Good morning. It's tax time, and this morning we have some expert advice for you from Dan Boone with the IRS. Thanks for joining us again this year, Dan.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Top tax tip for us this year.
E-file. If you have never tried it before, give it a try, because most people that e-file will never go back to paper again.
Really?
It increases the speed of your refund, of course.
Right.
You can have your refund back within 10 days or less as long as you use direct deposit with the e-filing. And for many people, e-filing is free. You can go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and use the free file program if your income was $57,000 or less last year.
Well, that's good news. A lot of people had their mortgage debt forgiven. What is the situation with that?
Well, typically, forgiven debt is taxable, which is kind of a double whammy if you just had foreclosure or something like that. But there is a place in the law that allows up to $2 million of mortgage debt on your primary residence to not be taxable if it's forgiven. So big break for a lot of people there. A
lot of people unemployed this year and last year, and they got unemployment. Do you get taxed on unemployment?
Unemployment is reportable, but there's also a break on that. The first $2,400 in 2009 received is not taxable. Also, if you participated in the Cash for Clunkers last year, that's not taxable either.
What are some of the new tax breaks for people that they might see on the returns?
Well, in the Recovery Act, there are several.
Okay.
If you bought a house, and even if you buy a house up through April 30th and close by June 30th of this year, you can still possibly put that on your 09 return, even though it's a 2010 purchase.
Okay.
If you weatherized your house, if you had somebody in college, had college expenses, also if you bought a new vehicle last year, you may have a break.
Now, what are some red flags that maybe the person doing our taxes doesn't know what they're doing? Because we don't know for sure what we're getting done here.
You know, most preparers out there are good and are honest, but there are a few that aren't, so you got to watch out. Get somebody with good credentials, first of all, and somebody you trust. Check them out with the Better Business Bureau, State Consumer Affairs. But things like if they ask you to sign a blank return and leave it with them, that's a big red flag. Don't do that. If they tell you they're going to get you a bigger refund than the guy down the street and they haven't even looked at your information yet, if they try to do anything fishy, anything that looks out of line, you need to get up and walk out the door, because it's very important. You're signing that return under penalties of perjury that you say it's correct.
All right. And now there are a lot of nice things that we have locally to help us with our taxes, both filing them and also getting help for them.
That's right. All around the Chattanooga area, we have sites that are staffed by trained volunteers. These are trained and certified by the IRS, and they will prepare your return and e-file it at absolutely no cost as long as your income was under $49,000. There are also some of the sites that specialize in helping people age 60 and older that are staffed by AARP volunteers too.
So that's really good news. And you got those volunteers know what to look for as far as some of these exemptions and some of these things that are going to be different on the
things
returns.
like the earned income tax credit that a lot of folks may qualify for if they only worked part of the year last year, if they got laid off. And they can find these sites by dialing 211. That's the United Way helpline.
All right, let's put all this information on the screen for you now. Take a look. If you want more tax information for individuals, the number to call is 1-800-829-1040. If you're a business, it's 800-829-4933 for the local tax help, just 211, or you can call 800-906-9887, and that's the IRS locally, or you can go to irs.gov. And remember, $49,000 or less, they will file your taxes for you for free. So don't forget to use that. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. We're going to take a short break and be back for more information on some tax tips from the IRS. We've got it for you at our website, wdef.com.